Hello everyone, welcome to Misty's Fibre Dreams. This video is a tutorial on making the Frog Prince plushie. The pattern is available on Etsy in Fibre Dreams by Misty. The tutorial is in 3 parts. Hi and welcome to part 3. In this video I show you how to make the finishing touches to the Frog Prince. I will show you how to make the crown and the heart, with an added bonus of making the heart into a brooch. So, without further ado, let's get started. I've cut the heart out and I've cut the jewel, and this is the crown. And what I'm doing first is cutting into the sharp corners to make my cutting more precise on the points and in the valleys. On the points and here too, where it's going to join. As you can see, I've transferred the mark of the position of the jewel and of the seam lines. I'm going to cut all of the diagonals going one way, so that my memory and my hand are working together. Take them off and then work the other way. Try and emphasize, Froggy. Oh my word, is that not the most beautiful crown ever? So the jewel's sewn on with tiny little French knots and gold thread. And now for the beads. So I'm just going to go up through a point with the knot on my gold thread, through a bead, through to the wrong side again. And then another stitch just to make sure it stays on. And then because we can't do a continuous line, I'm going to knot it off at the back. So grabbing the tail and go through with your thread through the loop that you've made and pull, and do that a second time. So metallic thread, a little bit of glue afterwards will stop it from sliding undone. Third one, and then cut them off close to, but not through the knot. There's a spot of glue in a moment just to keep them in, and then on to the next one. And of course you don't need to use metallic thread, it was just that's in my needle now, so I'm going to use it. So a knot, wrap a couple of times on the needle, gently hold the wrap, pull the needle through, and you have a knot. From the back of the crown point into the front, pick up a bead and stitch back from the front to the back, and then do that to the other three, and I'll be back. Next step is to sew the crown together after you put your beads on and your jewel. So fold it in half. I'm choosing the green thread because I'm going to be tacking it to his eye, so start in the middle so that the knot isn't sticking out the top. And do a couple of running stitches to the end. 1, 2. So I'm going to do a running back stitch, but the reason for it this time is so that I can get to the end to stitch and then go backwards and fill in the gaps. And then start a normal back stitch so it's a strong join. Forward, back one, I'm just going to loop over and make a loop knot. To finish off. And here I'm just going to trim the seam back to make it easier to turn through. Seam through. There we go. Oop, it's stuck. Oh, how cute. Now just put a little bit of glue on those knots. Be back in a moment. Fine nib there. So get in dot of glue. Dot of glue just to get it located. On an eye head. What do you think about that one there, like that? Or should we stuff his eye in? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Turn the jaw round. A little bit jauntier. That's it. And then we tack them down. So I've got my finger on the front. I like this bit, to be honest, more than the other bit. And then through the fabric of the frog. And then through the crown and back out where you went, where you came out before. Holding it all the time with your finger on the other side. Again, the smallest little bit from the crown. Try and keep your stitches small so they can not be seen. Back in. I've cut out the 2 heart pieces and I'm about to do a cross on one of the hearts. I'm using 3 strands of gold embroidery thread. So basic cross stitch, out, diagonal, in, down to the bottom, down to the bottom there, and over to the top. So I'm going to leave my gold thread on the needle because I'm going to sew the 2 hearts together. But first I've decided to make my heart a brooch. Of course you can just sew it to the body. So put your brooch onto your fabric and mark out where the hinge is and where the clasp is on the brooch, and then draw a line. And then snip at the end to poke it through and snip. I'll just make it a little bit bigger. So, sharpened in. And out that way. And then find the other snip. Make it a little bit bigger. It's always better to start too small and make it bigger than the other way around. And put the clasp end in. And so you don't need to use any stitches. A little bit of glue. Underneath. We'll hold it in place. Press it down so there's a good adhesion. I'll close it up so you don't stab yourself. And pin the two hearts together. Just let me bring my thread out to the edge. And then just a pin to keep it in place so it doesn't slip around when you sew. So you can do any stitch, a running stitch, blanket stitch. I'm going to do a running stitch. So I've left a little gap. In there to put a little bit of stuffing in. I'll take the pin out. Off camera again, as per usual. Over to the heart. The cross stitch. Down to the point. And then continue to sew closed. Knot the loop. And in through the heart so you don't see the end. Give it a bit of a pull. And then we can put the heart on. Put the heart anywhere now. put it on his hand. So he's giving you a heart. And you can simply just sew it. You don't need to make a brooch out of it. And then he's done. Aww. I hope you enjoyed making your frog prints. Please click like and follow me if you enjoyed the video. So thanks for watching and your support, and bye for now from me.